Film Reviews 6 to 7. My name is Paul, and I'm joined here today with my lovely co-teacher, Terry. So, Terry, can you introduce yourself, please?
Sure, Paul. Thanks for that great welcome. My name is Terry. I'm from the United States, from Seattle, which is in the very northwest corner, almost to Canada. If you think Seattle sounds familiar, it's probably because of Grey's Anatomy or Nirvana, Kurt Cobain. But I live here in Florence and teach with Paul at the Via Baracca School. So,
Good.
Paul, what about you?
So guys, I'm from Ireland, and I'm from a city called Cork, and Cork is in the south. Cork is famous for its castles, and also Ireland is very, very famous for movies. For example, the most recent Star Wars movie was set on an island off Ireland. So if you guys like Star Wars, Luke Skywalker, it was the island where he was living. It's an Irish island. So if you like Star Wars, check it out. Or Braveheart, the other movie, was also set in Ireland.
I had no idea.
Yes. Wow, guys, we have many, many viewers today. Exciting. So we have Tommaso. We have Sonia from Bergamo. Hello, guys, and welcome, of course. We have Emma.
From Rome.
Ah, very nice.
Christina from Parma. Katerina, welcome back. We just had a lesson with Katerina a little while ago.
Oh, thank you for joining us, guys. And as I said, we're more than happy to have many people commenting, because the more you comment, the more we can participate. And Katerina says, I'm from Livorno, not so far from Pisa. I know Livorno. I went there 2 months ago, and I know that in Livorno they say bimbo belly bimbo, or I can't think of the phrase, but they say bello, ciao bello, as a way of saying ciao cara, I think. Is that correct? Yes or no?
So, Tommaso says, I read that one of the best ways to learn English is to watch movies, but I have difficulty following the films with English subtitles. Do you have any opinions to improve our English?
I love that question.
It's a great question. I hear it a lot. So I don't know if you agree with me, Paul. So this is great because it gives me a chance to ask you. I think that watching films in English is a great way to improve comprehension. I recommend watching films with English language and English subtitles, both, using Italian subtitles only for clarification. But I think that's a great way to build comprehension when listening. But as far as for speaking, I think that the only real way to improve speaking is to speak. So I always recommend reading a book aloud. What do you think?
I think that's a really good question, Tommaso. Another really good way to improve your English is podcasts. Okay, podcasts. I'm a big fan because you can just check out YouTube, and you can maybe check subtitles, and you can review the language again and again. So I think podcasts, anything that you're interested in, is super important, and it's a really good way of improving your English. What do you think, Terry? Podcasts? Are you a fan?
I am a fan. I think that they are great for expanding vocabulary. I think they're great for comprehension. I think the one thing that I often find is missing is really that speaking element.
Absolutely. And just a quick hello to everybody. We have Rosita from Napoli. Hi, Rosita. Welcome to the lesson. We have Emma from Rome. Emma's a very Irish name as well, actually. We have also, I saw someone from Palermo. I'm excited when I saw that one. Diego.
Diego
Oh,
from Palermo.
I'm sorry, guys. Palermo has a special place in my heart because before I worked in my English school 2 years ago. So maybe Diego, if you're a student, hello to all of the teachers. It's a wonderful place, Sicily as well, and Bologna, of course, Francesco. I love Bologna. So Palermo. So my three favorite cities are, well, number one is Palermo, number two is Bologna, and number three is Florence. Sorry, guys. And what about you, Terry? What is your What are your favorite places in Italy?
My favorite places in Italy are Siena, Verona, and Rome.
Excellent.
My
We have
favorite places.
so many students. Oh, Renzo. I think Renzo is our student from Florence. Oh no, he's from Milan. Oh,
He's
I'm
from
getting.
Milan. Welcome
Ah,
anyway.
sorry.
And Patrizio from Fano near Pesaro Urbino.
Oh, very
Excellent.
nice.
And Katerina responded to your question.
Ah, ciao bimbo. Ah, okay. You said really
Okay,
said child
excellent.
parents. Okay, some local Italian for you guys. In Livorno, they specifically say ciao bimbo. Okay, it's a wonderful way. Are there any sayings, Terry, that they say in America that's similar to ciao bimbo, ciao cara, that you can think of?
No, we're just like, hey, how's it going? What's
Yeah, we
up?
say how's it going, or in Ireland we say what's up, what's
What's
up.
up?
That's kind of
Yeah.
their typical ways of saying what's up. Okay, excellent. And we have Patrizio from Fano. Where's this?
Near Pesaro Urbino.
Hmm,
Where is that, Patrizio?
I have no idea. Unfortunately, geographically speaking, guys, I'm not the best. Okay, but welcome to the lesson. Okay, so film reviews. Interesting. So, Terry, can you read, please?
Absolutely. In this focus activity, using simple past, describing films, and perhaps writing a film review.
Okay. So, guys, as I said, it's essential in this movie, or in this lesson. What's happening to me? Too many lessons today. It's essential that you participate. Okay. That will help us a lot. Interesting. So, one of the grammar points for today, Terry, is the simple past. How or when do we use the simple past?
Well, there are two simple rules that you can use to remember if it's simple past. And they are, is the action finished? And is the time finished? So simple past requires that we know the time is finished.
Exactly. We use it for specified, finished actions. Okay, that is when we use the simple past. Can you think of, excuse me, some time phrases, Terry? We have yesterday. We have another. We have
La-
yesterday.
last weekend,
Yeah,
last
last
year,
weekend. Mm-hmm.
um,
Last month.
last
2 days
weekend.
ago. We also use the past simple with ago as well.
Mhm. I moved to Italy almost 6 years ago.
Oh wow! So guys, we'll put that down in the text. So Terry moved to Italy. Use a nice adverb there. Almost 6 years ago. Okay, so it's in the past. Okay, it's a finished action. Okay. Hello, Lorenzo from Padua. Welcome as well. Okay, you're more than welcome to join us. Okay, so we have here watching films. So Terry, this is similar to our quasi lesson that we did today. Ah, What was
Uh, it
the
is, but the final verb will be in the participle form.
okay? Interesting. So
In
ah,
on for the first question.
so Katarina is on fire. So guys, please, like Katarina, write. Oh my God, here she is. So guys, write your questions. Thank you so much, Katarina.
Wow. All right. You
Let me
are,
see.
she is fabulous.
You see the last film with. Where did you
So,
see it? Wow.
what was the last film you saw?
Oof, I can't think. Um, what was the last movie I saw? The last film I saw was Coco. It was a Disney movie, but I watched it in Spanish. You need to watch the original. I watched Coco in Spanish, and it was just such an amazing movie. So, do you guys know? So, the last movie I saw was Coco. Are you guys
Uh,
familiar?
Beautiful film. I loved it.
Oh, it's outstanding.
It really was. It was incredible.
And you, Terry, I suppose they're going to ask you as well. What was the last film that you saw?
Well, I'm almost embarrassed to say. So last night I
Hmm.
was tired, I had a headache, and I just wanted a film to watch that I would not have to think. And I wish that I had watched something different because I'm being honest. I watched the last film I saw was Pitch Perfect 3.
Hmm.
And it's really silly. It's a
Ah,
very silly film.
yeah, but sometimes I think it's good to watch a movie that is just has comedy because it can be soothing, I would say. Soothing.
Yes, it was in a way because to not think and just to let your brain just completely melt is kind of nice.
Absolutely. And sorry, guys, I made a mistake with my spelling. Movie. Okay. I've been teaching a lot today, so my typing.
So I think I would really like to know what was the last film you saw? All of
Yeah.
you, tell us.
Katarina's already on it. Huh.
Sorry?
Katarina is already on it. So the last film.
Oh, that must have been beautiful.
Interesting though, but remember, Terry, let's not get confused with movies and documentaries, right? Just for clarification. Or
I
no?
think a documentary is a genre of movie, don't you?
I suppose. Could be. Okay.
Hmm.
Lorenzo, the classic.
Ah, Harry Potter. Nice. But which Harry Potter? I think 7 books, 8 movies, right?
Yep, part one and part two. I wonder if they're going to make another Harry Potter in 100 years. They probably will.
Oh, can
From
you
what
imagine the technology in 100 years to make
I
Harry
know, but
Potter work?
then I know, but then you're kind of taking away like the beauty of because I think the Harry Potter films are certainly amazing. I'm a big, big fan. Um, okay, so Diego, Francesco, Rosita, Christina, Tommaso, Emma, Sonia, Katarina is doing really well with participation. As I said, write to us and we will correct you. Okay, okay, excellent. So here we go. The last movie. Ah, Braveheart. Oh, wow.
Oh,
Interesting.
I love Braveheart.
So just be careful. Francesco, a few corrections. The last movie with a capital. So the last movie I saw was, okay, Braveheart with a capital B. Brave. Oh, Braveheart with my.
Oh, All right, so you can talk.
Ah, okay, great. Yeah, with my brother 1 week ago. We're both typing at the same time. We're on fire here. Oh, you got there before me. And you got there. Terry is the champion. Okay, excellent.
All right, Rosita. Again, be careful with those capitals. Remember that io, that pronoun for io, I, is always capitalized in English,
Mm,
as is the title of the movie. So, the capital, last
mm,
movie that I, capital,
good.
watched was past simple, The
Mm-hmm.
Truman Show. I watched it 2 days ago at home with my boyfriend. I think that it is, I think that it is a very beautiful film. It tells about
Mm,
a
I agree.
boy who was born.
Or it tells about, I think I would change that verb to it talks about.
I
Or
agree.
yeah,
Or it is
I
about.
would, yeah, we would just, so Rosita, just a little correction. Um, I'll put a
Do you
star.
want
So
to, and we'll type?
it, well, I think you correct. We've got so many coming in now. I don't think we can correct everything, but we'll correct the most important things. So now, like, we're going to be really busy typing. So, Rosita, it refers to a child that was born. Okay, but very good. Okay, it refers to a child that was born. Remember, when we use the structure born, we always use it with the past. Was born. Example, I was born in Ireland. Okay, and Terry, I know you love this question. British and American English. When you're
Eric?
ready,
So I
could you tell
answered.
it?
Movie is American terminology and film is more European, but these are truly synonymous. They are
Oh,
synonym.
yeah. I say movie or films all the time, so there are no differences. Okay, excellent. All right, I think we've got another one. Oh, wow. We have Renzo said, I can't remember the last film I saw. I prefer to watch TV series. Fantastic construction. Very good English. Okay, excellent.
And capital
Brilliant.
I.
Boom. You're winning us. You're winning us over here. Okay. Tommaso. Terry, can you read, please?
Hmm.
Oh, Forrest Gump.
I love Forrest Gump. So the, not my, because the
Mm-hmm.
film is not yours. So the
Mm.
last film I, capital, saw was Forrest Gump with my dad in my living room. In my opinion, it is one of the best movies. Remember, one of means one of many. So it must be plural. It is one of the best movies. I agree. I love Forrest Gump.
It's outstanding. And I think the what is it? It's the soundtrack. It's the soundtrack. So I recommend Tomazzo downloading the soundtrack on Spotify if you have it. There's one song that's called Jenny Returns. It's the ending of the movie. I don't want to say
Oh,
any more because I don't want to spoil it for people, but it's that
oh,
music that would make you very, very emotional. It does
it
with me
does.
anyway. And
It
also
does.
in Braveheart, Braveheart has such a wonderful soundtrack as well.
Oh,
And Pearl Harbor.
and Good Morning Vietnam.
Oh yes, I have to watch that film actually.
It's great. It's one of my favorites. All right. So Sonia said, July is the story about, oh, Judy. Judy is the story about Judy Garland. I went to the cinema with my sister Mara 2 months ago before the lockdown. Absolutely beautiful construction, Sonia.
Hmm. I think
Ab-
lockdown though, is that spelled with one as one word? Lockdown?
I I think that as an event, it's one word. I would say you can lock down the house, lock down the city.
Hmm.
But yeah, as a lockdown, I would say it's a compound noun.
Okay, excellent. And we also have another comment by Katarina. Oh, my throat is killing me. But my favorite film is The Pianist by Roman Polanski.
Polanski.
Is that about the person who plays music for people while they're in concentration camps? Or am I thinking of something different?
Now you've got me wondering if I'm thinking of the right movie.
Yeah, it's about the
Oh yes,
secondary.
okay. It's about the Second World War,
Yeah,
seen through the eyes of a Jewish piano player
player
who survives the occupation
of
of Poland.
Poland. Nice relative clauses as well, Katarina. So, guys, notice here she says who for people. Okay, so I really like your relative clauses. They make your writing much better. Well done, Katarina.
All right. The last film I saw was The Godfather. I love gangster movies.
Plural. Very good. Excellent.
Michele, my boyfriend and I think it was November, we watched all three of the Godfather movies in one weekend.
Wow.
And the first two are fabulous. The third, not so
Hmm.
good. But
But is there a lot of like violence in the Godfather?
but not like violence like modern day movie violence. No, there's no splatter. There's no,
Okay.
I mean, it's all violence with a true purpose
Okay.
because it's kind of a true, it's how it really was.
I share your point. I share your opinion.
You don't remember when you last went to the cinema to watch a film?
I know. I don't even remember the last time. Even yesterday, I had to buy a mask, and I was like scared that I went like 400 meters from my house. I'm like, what the hell? It was really unusual, you know? It's like, what am I doing? I had my mask though.
Do you like going to the cinema?
No, I think it's really boring.
Oh,
I'm not a
I think
fan.
I think that for some movies, I would just prefer to see them at home
Mm,
in my pajamas. But
mm.
some movies are so much more powerful on the big screen.
Such as Titanic,
Avatar.
Avatar. Yeah.
Avatar, I saw Avatar in the cinema and I saw Avatar at home.
Mm.
And in the cinema, it was spectacular. But at home, it was just sort of, it really needed, Rosita said, Titanic. In fact, good call, Rosita. Titanic. On the big screen.
Or maybe she's just reacting to me. I don't know. Well, like if you're a romantic, for example.
Well, so Michele, I did see the third. We saw one, two, and three, but I didn't like number three so much. Numbers one and two, parts one and two were great. The third was just bleh, for me.
Absolutely.
Do you
Yeah.
disagree?
And Rosita's very, very tuned into our speaking. So Avatar, capital A, is has the same movie director. Okay, has Avatar
Okay.
has. Very good,
Okay.
excellent. Francesco, for me, one of the best movies is old Korean movie, not American. Okay, old.
Old boy. It's a new
Ah,
movie.
Old Boy. Okay, so it would be capital. Okay, guys, capital letters with movies. Okay, old boy, old boy, and also the letter K, old boy, Korean, and American. Like very busy teachers today, guys. But as I said, we appreciate it because the lesson is more effective, and it goes quicker. So thank you so much. Okay.
And
Terry's there before me
Lorenzo,
again.
Lorenzo I type well. Lorenzo says, I think that with some movies, it's better to see it at the cinema, but others you can see at home. What do you think, Paul?
I agree. I agree. Just I was focusing there on the correction. I think that some movies are better. Do you think?
I do. I think because movies being plural, I think that some movies are better to see at the cinema.
Okay. And Sonia says, I like going to the cinema because the movies are more interesting on very good. As Terry said, excellent. We would just say the big screen.
On the big screen.
Why is it the though? That's interesting. Because there's only one? Like the big screen?
Because you're not watching it on a big screen. That would be to say any big screen. You
Okay.
are there watching the movie. I'm going to see a movie. The movie I am watching. So it would be on the big screen. I think.
Okay. Cool.
That's my rationalization.
Yeah, I
Shall
suppose
we
you're
go
referring
on?
to. Yes, we shall. Guys, wonderful
Oh,
participation. Keep it going. Keep it coming. Um, interesting. Ah,
ooh, here's the test.
okay. So it says, what is your favorite film? Why do you like it? What is your least favorite film? Why don't you like it? So, guys, these are questions for you. Um,
But Paul, can I ask a question first, please?
yeah.
I would really like to know how many film genres
Mm.
they can think of.
Yeah, guys.
So, how many
Can
film genres do you know? Just deluge, all of them at once. Send a list. How many genres?
that would be great. Can you tell us movie genres? Okay, fire
What's your
away, guys.
What's your favorite film genre, Paul?
Hmm. Tragedy, yet hope. I know that sounds. I'm thinking immediately of La Vita Bella. It's the one movie that is sad but also moving at the same time.
It's true.
Yes,
Very
Sonia.
engaging. Sonia, great comment. An excellent, excellent adjective. It's
Hmm.
more engaging on the big screen. Fabulous adjective, engaging. I think if a movie can't engage me, it's a waste of my time.
Okay, excellent. So Lorenzo's told us a lovely comment. I like many types of films, or I like many types of film. Hmm.
Needs the S.
Yeah, needs the S. Thank you. But I prefer horror and action movies. Very good. Um,
Lorenzo, what was the last good horror movie you saw? I
mm,
love horror films, but it's difficult to find a good one. They are all splatter, or I like something that if it's a horror film, it really should scare me and make me just on the edge of my
oh,
seat.
interesting. They say The Conjuring apparently is one of the scariest ever created. Have you seen The Conjuring?
I have. It was all right.
I can't. I personally can't watch a horror movie because I am convinced that the person is going to kill me when I sleep. So I try to avoid.
So there is a movie called The Blair Witch Project.
I know
It's
this one.
it's an older film. And my boyfriend, okay, the house I was living in had two stories, okay? You
Mm.
enter the living room, the kitchen, and the bedrooms upstairs. We went to see the Blair Witch Project. I laughed. I laughed the entire time. It was for me, it was not scary, it was funny.
Mm.
We arrived at the house, and I had to go upstairs and turn on the lights before he would come up. He was so scared.
It's because I think when you watch it for the first time, it's quite scary. And because the Blair Witch Project was made before, the social media boom. So, like, people would have believed it. And I know that this movie took America by storm. Is that correct? Because the
It,
government made an investigation.
I don't remember that, but
My dad told me that anyway.
I thought it was one of the funniest movies ever. I laughed the entire time. So, Lorenzo, I agree with you. The Exorcist was
Oh,
one of
yeah.
the scariest of all time. Okay, Katerina. I prefer thriller movies because of suspense with an E, suspense. It's an interesting way to catch the attention of the audience, but I like action films too. All right.
Wonderful. Excellent structures. I agree with you, Katerina. I think thriller movies certainly is a really good way of capturing the audience's attention. And I love your use of phrases that are correctly used with movies. Excellent. And Tommaso, we have a lot of things we agree on today. I like movies, plural, that refer to real life stories. Excellent. Absolutely. I think real life movies are amazing. If I can think of one at the moment, I think it's on Netflix. It's called The Impossible. It's about a British family who
Oh,
were
it was
separated
fabulous.
because of the tsunami. I thought the acting I wasn't a big fan of the acting. The mother was quite irritating. I'm sorry. But
But the
um,
story was powerful.
the story was powerful, but the acting, in my opinion, was quite boring. I'm not a big fan. I wasn't a fan of the acting. I wasn't moved, unfortunately.
Would have been better with different actors, I think. I
I think so
agree.
too.
All right, Francesco, remember capital I. I like many types of films, S, but I prefer thriller and gangster movies. I don't like science fiction movies like Avatar. Okay, just remember the capitalization is really important. So capitalize the I like, I
Mm.
prefer. Gangster without the A. And many types of, if you say, I like many types of, it's always going to be plural. I like many
Mm.
types of books, films, but excellent. Okay.
Excellent. Rosita. Oh no, she doesn't like Titanic. Oof.
I don't either. I love you, Rosita. I agree.
I disagree. Okay, very good structures here. I can say that I love all the Inartu's movies. Can you specify who is this person, please? Now, you can use my least favorite movie is, okay? So my least favorite with the British or American is fine. My least favorite movie is Titanic. So my least favorite movie is, and again, guys, thank you so much for your interaction. So my least favorite movie is Titanic. Okay, very good. Terry, I'll type it here. Can you tell
Okay.
her the spelling of appreciate?
Appreciate. So I don't appreciate. I think the only problem we have is that it's an R-E, not R-A.
Hmm.
Appreciate. The special effects, plural, and the story is too boring. I
Hmm.
personally, my problem with it was I thought that Leonardo DiCaprio was just so uninteresting in that film that I wanted to see her go with the bad man.
The thing is, Rose actually played a wonderful part in the movie. I thought her acting skills were outstanding.
Kate
And it
Winslet,
was, yeah,
yes.
Kate Winslet. Sorry, yeah, not Rose. I can, I just could. It's because I'm a big fan, you know. That's interesting. Maybe the still it could have focused more on if it because there were a lot of good things about the movie. I like the fact that it showed like you know, first class, second class, and third class. The third class were
Mm,
unfortunately the Irish, and the second are the Irish and the immigrants, as they referred to us. I don't know. I saw it did highlight some interesting parts, but yeah, I suppose a love story dominated. Interesting. Okay, we have
okay.
Lorenzo. My least favorite movie is Star Wars, the last one, maybe because I didn't see the others. Yeah, you see, Lorenzo, you need to watch.
Yeah, you
Well,
have to
no,
see
no
the
wonder,
story.
of course.
Okay, so I want to touch on this one because Sonia, your structure is really good, but in this case, we have two really specific problems that are important. So if you talk about a nationality or a language such as Italian or French, they're always capitalized.
Mm,
And in the way that you are using them here, I prefer you are using Italian and French as adjectives, so
mm.
there will be no possession. I prefer Italian and French comedies.
Just be careful, though. I think I don't know. I have this theory that many Italians think that I prefer is similar to I like, and there is a little difference. For example, I prefer as a comparative phrase. I prefer music to books. I think music is better than books. So prefer can also be used, guys, as a comparative phrase. So when I always tell my students, be careful when we ask you, what's your favorite book? And then you say, I prefer.
Mm,
No, you need to say, I like, I love, I enjoy, because that's not the question. When you say prefer, let's see, I have just two objects here in my hands, okay? Unfortunately, this is what I have. I have a candle and a phone. I prefer this phone to the candle. Why? Because I call my friends. So prefer when you're talking about two specific things, okay? So when I say, "What's your favorite book, Terry?" or "What books do you like?" How can you respond?
I really like legal thrillers,
Excellent.
but in this period, I prefer to read because I'm talking about what I really like, and so now I can compare it to something else.
Okay. So Lorenzo's tried to use the structure. I prefer music. Okay. Instead, preposition, Terry.
Of
Yeah. Instead
instead
of.
of books.
Okay, but very good, Lorenzo. Okay, that is a wonderful comment. Okay, so I prefer music instead of books or comedies. Okay, excellent. Okay, very, very good.
All right. So I wanted to see how many of these different genres people had listed as we talked about films. We got fantasy. Nobody's, well, you said romance, you said Titanic. Paul, did I lose you, Paul? All right, Paul is frozen momentarily, so we will go ahead just a little bit. So you guys did really great. I heard musical. Paul talked about Coco, which is an animated film. We talked about horror, science fiction, comedy, action, fantasy, romance. We didn't talk about Western very much. And I talked about musical because the last film I saw last night, sorry, still embarrassed, was a musical. So you guys did really great with all of these, getting to all of these different genres. So kudos
Sorry.
to you. Welcome back, Paul.
Yeah. Sorry, guys. Excuse me. Wi-Fi.
All right, so let's get into a little bit more of specific vocabulary talking about films. Oh, wait, Michele, sorry. Capital I, like Spotlight. One, which won an Oscar? We don't need prize because Oscar is such a prestigious award. So I like Spotlight, which won an Oscar. I like this genre, singular, because this movie is based on a true story that I didn't know, and it is the result of hard work by journalists. So I need to type that out, Paul, if you don't mind kind of maybe explaining some of the whys.
Okay. Sorry, I was just getting back into.
Sorry.
Can you repeat, please? Sorry, Terry, I was a bit out of it there.
Just talking about this particular comment and just saying that I like Spotlight, which won an Oscar.
Okay.
I like, whoops, and I'm trying to,
So, okay, I'll just read it out while you're commenting. Okay, so I like Spotlight, which won. Okay, so no It, which won an Oscar prize. I like this genre, singular, because the movie is based on a true story that you didn't know and the result of a hard work by journalism. Okay, so Michaela, just be careful with your singular and your plurals. So I like this genre, okay, singular, because this movie is, because when you're using this, you're talking about singular. Remember, this bottle, okay? So I like this movie because it is based on a true story. Okay, so Terry has helped us here. True story that I didn't know, and it is the result of hard work by journalists.
Sorry, type.
It's all right.
Too fast.
It's all right. Don't worry. Okay, so this is the correct structure.
Great movie.
I was just thinking, Terry, of another movie that I found inspiring, and I am definitely going to recommend everybody to watch it. It's called Little Miss Sunshine. It is one of the movies I've ever seen. Guys, I know we shouldn't promote movies, but I think this is a good time to watch this movie because someone asked us earlier, what is a good way of improving your English? And this is outstanding for American English because I think the actors are very, very clear. So I'm recommending people to watch Little Miss Sunshine. It's my favorite movie of all time. The acting, the story, the different characters. It's phenomenal.
Well, have you seen the movie Juno?
Oh, I have. I've seen it as well. Not a fan.
No? Okay. All right. So let's go back just a little bit and talk about some specific vocabulary with regard to films.
Mm-hmm.
So, Paul, what's the difference between the actor and the character?
The actor is the person who plays the character. I think.
All right. So, an example?
Kate Winslet plays Rose.
In Titanic, exactly. Perfect. So, what's the hero? The hero and the villain.
Okay, the hero, for example, someone told us they liked the movie Braveheart. So the hero in this context is William Wallace. The villain is William. What's the king? What's his name?
William Longshanks.
William Longshanks. Thank you very much. Okay, so he is the villain.
Was there a sidekick?
Batman and Robin.
Batman the hero, Robin the sidekick. Yeah. Okay. So when we talk about setting, so we talked about the actor, character, different types of characters. When we talk about setting, We are talking about when and where the
Hmm.
film takes place, but this does not mean where it was filmed. So, for example, Paul was talking about the place in Ireland where Star Wars was filmed. Ireland, the film is not set in
Hmm.
Ireland. It's set on a distant planet in the
Hmm.
future. So, when and where the film takes place is the
Hmm.
setting. And, Paul, how would you describe plot?
For example, Lord of the Rings is another famous movie as well we forgot to mention. So the plot of Lord of the Rings, essentially Frodo has to go to Mordor to destroy the One Ring for the greater good of humanity. That would be like the main story of the movie. Would you agree, or would you expand a little more, Terry?
I agree completely. It's the story of the movie.
Hmm.
I think so. Francesco said Kevin Spacey plays Kaiser Sose, and
Very good.
absolutely great film, Francesco. But remember, capitals are very important. Anything that is a proper noun, a movie name, a person's name, the name of a movie, the name of a place, these are all capitals. All right. Would you care to take a stab at
Hello.
Lorenzo's? This, wow.
Wow, Lorenzo. The main actor was Daniel Radcliffe. He was the protagonist. He was the protagonist. Who was a magician? Okay, it was. Okay, so yes, it. Be careful. It took place. Okay, it took place
Ah, yes.
in England. Okay, so it happened. How could I say it took place, Terry, in Italian as a direct translation? Because in Spanish
And
was different.
again, so I'm not sure what is happening with the slide, but okay. So the main actor was Daniel Radcliffe, and he was the protagonist. He played a. Are you back?
I am, but continue, please. Sorry.
So it took place or it takes place. We can use present simple when we talk about film setting. It takes place in England. It is the story of a school for magicians. I don't know if it was set many years ago. Was it set
Hmm.
many years ago?
Harry Potter? It's going back to when I was in primary school, 20 years, I think.
No, the setting. Not when was it written? Is it
Hmm.
set in a different time?
I
I
don't
don't
think
know.
so.
I don't think so.
Because,
I
like,
think
yeah, like, I mean, I don't think it's relevant. I think well, no, I think it's set in the main when it was written it was set because there were still you could still see trains remember the famous platform 9 3/4. That you had like your trains, everything was normal. So I think it was set in the 90s going into early 2000s.
and we're almost out of time, but I just wanted to get to Rosita's comment because she took the time to write so much, so
Yeah.
carefully. In The Revenant, the film, okay, the main actor is Leonardo DiCaprio. I love him,
Ah.
except in the movie Titanic.
Mm-hmm.
He he could have saved himself too. I agree, Rosita. He played a hero character. He played a hero because he survives a grisly attack.
Mm.
Okay. All right. Just a couple of little things we need to change, but really great. Okay, so Paul,
Mm.
character is not a real person, right? Actor is a
Mm.
real person.
Mm-hmm. We then have the plot, which is the main story. The
What?
villain, which is yes.
Mm-mm.
Go the villain, which is the enemy, and the sidekick is like your assistant. Finish it
Okay.
off, Terry.
And what are the two things we need when we talk about setting?
Tell me.
Time, place.
Time
Time
and place.
and place. All right.
You confused me there. So, guys, thank you so much for your participation. It was really fun. I really do hope that you all have a good day. And, we've seen that the situation in Italy is slowly but surely improving. Andrà tutto bene. Ciao e grazie per tutti.
Grazie.